We're going to be starting here in about 1 minute, guys. Still got 1 more minute. All right. I just want to welcome everybody to the stream. I am Marvox. Today we're going to be casting some games here. It's like 2 best of 5s between Flood and ETPwnHome, and then we also got Holden versus Hunta. 2 best of 5s. So let's see here. This is for the NA Apprentice up and down matches. So whoever goes through today will make it into Code S, and whoever does not will fall down into Code A. I am streaming for Alpha X, and there is a graphic there on the right side. You can see the upcoming matches. It looks like Day 3 was rescheduled, so no worries about that. It was rescheduled to 8:21, so if you do watch the matches today, and you want to keep following along, just take note that Day 3 is rescheduled to 8:21. And I don't really see why we need to delay any longer. Let's go ahead and get this set up, shall we? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. In the bottom left, playing for Risen from the Gosu, it is Flood. And in the top right, our Blue Zerg, playing for Storm Gaming, it is ETPwnHome. So both of these players are now in the up and down matches. They're looking to try to get into Code S here today. Don't really think we're going to see anything too aggressive from either player. Pretty much both players deciding to go hatch first here, basically giving the other room to basically drone here with no regrets. Spawning pool goes down at the same time for both players. And I think it's going to be a quiet game so far. Doesn't look like either player is going to rush up the Lings or try to end the game early here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So while not much is going on, let's go ahead and talk about the tournament. If you're just now tuning in, this is the up and down matches for the NA Apprentice. Whoever makes it through today will go into Code S. It's a best of 5. Yeah, not really much to talk about right now. Both players are kind of giving each other room to build their drones. I have noticed that neither player has scouted. So really, the other player is quite in the dark. Really, all they have right now is their overlords to really see what's going on here. Zergling speed is coming up for Flood, so he will have Zerglings on the map with speed faster than ETPwnHome. Other than that, it looks like Flood did go for 1 gas. So at the moment, their builds are starting to fluctuate. It looks like Flood's going to decide to go from some Zergling pressure here. While ETPwnHome, I'm thinking it's a possibility that he may go for some... I'm feeling roaches, because I've watched a couple of ETPwnHome's games in ZVZ, and he likes to go roaches. And this is actually my first official cast for Alpha X, so if you guys enjoy the casting today, please feel free to follow, subscribe. I appreciate all of the support. Queen's going to shoo away these Zerglings here. But Zergling speed is right now completed for Flood. So if he wants to, he can send those Lings in and see what he can see. But ETPwnHome, he's doing a really good job with his wall here, preventing these Lings from getting in and seeing what's going on. He does see the roaches, though. The roach horn is literally just right there in front of the wall. So, as I suspected, ETPwnHome is going roaches. And Flood's aware of it. Flood's also going to go roaches here. So, it looks like we're going to have a roach versus roach battle here. So, if you guys don't know, my name is Morvox. I do cast for Alpha X. And this is my first official cast for the NA Apprentice here today. I know Beowulf is also casting. He did day 1, and he's doing day 3. But just take note that day 3 has been rescheduled to the 21st. Other than that, there's not really much going on in this game right now, besides both players droning up. Flood did take a third base, while ETPwnHome decided not to. So maybe ETPwnHome may have a little bit more here to work with as far as roaches here. Yep, just 3 roaches on the map right now for ETPwnHome. None yet on the map for Flood. Well, once this lair finishes up, we're really going to find out what Flood wants to do here as far as his tech path. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please, in the chat, let me know who you're rooting for. So, Flood's going to keep these Lings over here on the side, just kind of watching for when ETPwnHome decides to move out. Queen shooing away this Overlord here so that ETPwnHome can take his third. The third is a lot later than Flood's third base. His third has actually been done quite a bit. So, as far as economy goes, Flood is very ahead when it comes to economy. He's actually sitting at 52 drones to 34 for ETPwnHome. So even though ETPwnHome only has 2 bases and all those drones, as soon as his third base gets done, he's going to be able to transfer those drones over there. These Lings are going to try to get in here and take out a few of these drones, though. Lots of roaches here, taking out these Lings. Pretty much just getting a scout, trying to see what's going on, see if he can see anything. A fast tech choice, probably, from ETPwnHome. But he does not see that. Meanwhile, ETPwnHome is moving out with all these roaches. And he's going to attack the third base here of Flood. Now, is Flood prepared for this attack? I believe he is, and he has a very nice arc set up here. 25 roaches to 18 roaches here. It's all going to come down to the Ravagers in this fight. If ETPwnHome can get some good Ravager shots off, he can be able to take out a large clump of Flood's roaches. But as of the moment, it looks like he's just going to back off, take out a couple Overlords. I think it was a good idea from ETPwnHome to back off here. So, now it's Flood's turn. He's going to move out here on the map and then try to put some pressure on ETPwnHome here. ETPwnHome does see the roaches coming up here and is going to be able to get in position, shooing away the roaches. It seems like both players are kind of testing the waters here, trying to see if they can find an opening in either's playstyle. Both on 3 bases at the moment, neither player is taking a 4th base. Flood's going to go ahead and take out these rocks here to open up a pathway here so he can, he can reinforce faster. 5 Ravagers being morphed in right now. It does look like ETPwnHome does have an upgrade lead right now. He has armor and attack, whereas Flood just has attack, so he's moving in here. 35 roaches to 29 roaches, and we're going to find out what happens. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, he also has a hit squad here of roaches, ready to hit this third base, but ETPwnHome's prepared. He has roaches already there. Meanwhile, the attack here at what is now the 4th base of ETPwnHome. Nice Ravager shots there on the Roaches. He's going to come in here and shoo these Roaches away. Take down the 4th with no cancel. And I think ETPwnHome may actually be dead here if he can get in here to the natural and do some critical damage. Meanwhile, 4th base is going up at home for Flood. So he is continuing to macro behind this. 13 more Roaches coming in for Flood. I think ETPwnHome is going to be able to barely hold this. No, GG. And there you have it. Flood takes game 1 in a best of 5 against ETPwnHome. Just want to introduce myself. I am Morvox. I am casting for Alpha X. Just pulling up the Team Liquid Liquipedia article for this tournament here. Because I wrote down the players' teams, and I just want to make sure I get it right. Okay, so it looks like Flood is on Risen from the Gosu, and ETPwnHome is on Psystorm Gaming. So yes, I did get that right. Game 2 is going to be on Oxide. So, yeah, why don't we go and not waste any time? Let's go ahead and get right into it. Game 2 is loading up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Let's go and get into it. All right, here we go. Game 2. Please feel free to go into the chat. Let me know who you're rooting for here. These are all up-and-coming players for the NA region. They are all fighting for a spot in Code S here in the NA up and downs. And of course, in the top right, we have our good friend ETPwnHome. He's playing for Psystorm Gaming. In the bottom left, we have the player from Risen from the Gosu. It's Flood. Does everything sound all right? Sound level's okay, everybody? So I'm going to make sure that this goes off without a hitch. Okay, so already we're seeing something different here. Let's make sure that we do get that score right. There we go. And it is a best of 5. There we go. All right. So as I was saying, it looks like there's some Lings already on the way. A little bit different of openers compared to the last game. We do have a later spawning pool for Flood. He is also taking 1 gas and his expansion. Whereas ETPwnHome, he's just building Zerglings. So ETPwnHome's going to try to maybe find an opening here. Maybe Flood's not going to have any Lings ready. I'm thinking that he should have the Lings ready by the time they get there. Maybe not. It's going to be a lot of pressure here. ETPwnHome's going to put on the natural of Flood. And thanks, Hunta, in the chat. So here we go. Lots of pressure coming down on the natural expansion here from ETPwnHome. The drones are getting pulled. They're going to try to take out these Zerglings, but it's never good for Lings to fight against drones here out in the open. Drones are going to come back up here, up the ramp, leaving the natural to the Lings. Lings are up on the way, though, for Flood, so he's going to have an opportunity here to hold this with the Lings and the drones. Men are walking there past the Lings to try to get on top of these Zerglings here. Drones are taking out the Lings. Good job from Flood. Only 2 Lings left. Not a bad hold there from Flood, considering he opened a lot greedier than ET. Alright, hatchery finishing up here for ET. Still only 1 gas. Zergling speed on the way for Flood. $14 drones to 22 drones. ET heavily in the lead here as far as economy goes. What is Flood going to do? I guess he's just going to keep these Lings here. Try to watch for a move out from ETPwnHome. Getting that creep spread. ETPwnHome looks to be in a great position here against Flood in game number 2. Flood's going to poke in here with these Lings. What's he going to see? Not much. A spawning pool and 1 gas. Alright, so 32 drones to 31 drones now, so Flood has caught up in the drone count here. Neither player has decided to take their third base yet, and it looks like we got a lair coming up from ETPwnHome. So maybe we'll see some mutas. I would love to see some mutas in ZVZ. Flood's deciding to take his third. And at the moment, there isn't really much going on in the game as far as action goes. Both players are macroing up. All right. So, the lair's about to complete here for ETPwnHome, and we're going to find out what the tech choice is here. In ZVZ, you got a lot of choices now. It seems the meta's been more going towards Roach, Ravager in the mid-game, and then maybe later in the late game, maybe Mutas and Hydra. Muta, Hydra with maybe Viper backup. So, usually that's what I see most when I watch ZVZ as far as the pro tournaments go. Nidus, though, coming down for ETPwnHome. So that's very interesting. ETPwnHome's going to try to get into the back door here of Flood, who does not have any Overlord cover at all in the north part of his base. In fact, there's a sneaky little Overlord sitting here for ET, which I guarantee he's going to use to get that Nidus in. Or he could just pop it up over here and put some pressure here on the third base of Flood. Here we go. Queen's coming out here at the third of Flood. They're going to put on some pressure here. Not a lot here from Flood at the third. ETPwnHome's going to be able to go in here and take down this third with aggression. Meanwhile, Nidus is going up in the main base. Double Nidus attack. Will Flood be able to stop this? He's taking the drones and he's attacking the Nidus, and it looks like it's going to go down. Flood does need to get rid of that Overlord, or else he's just going to keep getting Nidus. More Roaches coming out here with the Queens. They're going to try to take down this third. And it looks like it's going to go down. $18 Roaches to 15 Roaches. ETPwnHome with a slight Roach lead. And it looks like 45 drones to 47 drones. So at the moment, besides that third base that went down there from Flood, they're about the same as far as units go. Both of them seem to have an equal amount of Roaches. But this third is going to quickly get ETPwnHome back to where he needs to be able to take this game. Nidus is going down. Flood takes it out. Kind of sneaks there past ET and kind of takes it out behind his back. And the Roaches are falling for ET. Well, he just kind of threw away all those Roaches. Lots of spines coming up. I kind of feel like these are panic spines. It's like, oh crap, I just lost all my Roaches. And there's a bunch of Roaches coming to kill me. So what do? I'm just going to throw out all these spines and just pray I can hold it. Lots of Ravagers coming in. Flood's going to go ahead and hit the natural here. Only a couple Roaches and Queens here to stop this. I think with those Ravagers, though, he should be okay. It's going to make Flood back off for the moment. So ETPwnHome's going to get in a posture here to take this next attack. Flood is coming in here. And he's got a heavy roach lead. He's looking at 24 roaches to 15. But though with the wall and the high ground here, ETPwnHome should be able to stop this attack from coming into his doorway here for at least a little while. Flood is going to attempt to push through, but with Ravagers there, ETPwnHome can get a nice little attack there and take out quite a bit of roaches. Flood doesn't want to throw them all away just yet. Just kind of poking in here, seeing what damage you can get done. Spines are doing their jobs, and looks like they were attacking some roaches there that were rallied. But he's going to take down these rocks so that he can reinforce a lot faster. But ETPwnHome's not going to allow it. He's not going to allow him to come out and take down those rocks. In fact, he's going to help him. He's going to take out those rocks last second. So the rocks are gone anyway. But now Flood is in a position now where he needs to decide if he needs to retake his third base or if he's just going to keep attacking. It looks like he's going to posture up here to keep attacking. Lots of roaches and Ravagers on the way. Here we go. And I think this fight may decide the game here. Flood is coming in here. Target firing on the Ravagers. Lots of queens to reinforce from ETPwnHome. Nice arc from ETPwnHome, actually. Nice arc. Causing Flood to run with his tail between his legs. Meanwhile, third did complete over here for Flood, so he gets an opportunity here to keep his third alive. Maybe ETPwnHome doesn't know about it yet. Let's see if we can check his vision. Yep, he sees it. So, and there you go. Flood just calls GG, and ETPwnHome wins game number 2. So there you have it. Game number 2 goes to ETPwnHome in this best of 5. Let's take a look at what map number 3 is going to be played. Map number 3 is Lightshade. Yes, this is replays. Exactly. Espionage. Yes, Series 2 will also be from replays. But just a heads up, Day 3 has been rescheduled to the 21st. I did put that up in the graphics there. So that you guys know, when following this tournament, that Day 3 will not be until this weekend. But let's go ahead and get into Game 3. So it's basically espionage with a V. So Vespionage. That's actually a pretty cool name. And I am, if you guys don't know me, I'm Morvox. I actually started casting for Alpha X recently. I've been with the team for about 2 months now. I have some things on my YouTube channel and my Twitch. If you guys dig the content, I am a community caster. I'm not out there making money from this or gaining anything, really. I'm just casting this because I love to cast StarCraft and because I want you guys to see these games. So if you are from NA, these players are the top echelon of the Masters and Grandmasters leagues in NA. So it's really nice to see these unknown players and some of the ones that have been around for a while kind of clash to see who can get into Code S and who can get in Code A. But yeah, we're not going to go take a break. We're going to go ahead and get right back into it. Game number 3 on Lightshade. Alright, it's already up. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get these, no, one. There we go. Alright, game number 3. In the bottom right. 4 risen from the Gosu. It's Flood. That 12 pool in the top left, playing for Psystorm Gaming. It is ETPwnHome. He ain't got a phone home. He's got a pwn home. He's got to take out his own freaking planet. spawning pool here about to finish for what could be a quick game here on game number 3. 6 lings on the way. And ETPwnHome, he has no idea. He's taking his natural. So, real quick, we're going to see how this ends up. Because the lings just popped and they're on their way. Nice overlord placement here from ETPwnHome. Should allow him to see these lings move out as they're coming. Excuse me. And we're going to see what the reaction is from ET. He's just going to build some 8 lings himself. And his queen, but that queen is not going to be done by the time those lings get there. So he's going to have to take these lings and try to fend off his natural expansion here. If ET can hold this, he will come out ahead, considering he expanded a lot quicker than Flood. Kind of a Zergling dance of death here, as both lings kind of dance around each other to see if they can get any damage done. Meanwhile, more lings are coming up for ET. So I don't think he's going to have any issues holding this, unless he makes a huge mistake with Micro. He does lose a bit of lings there. And now we're pretty much in the same predicament as we were last game, again, where the lings are attacking the natural here. And ET, he's got to come up with a plan here to take out these lings. They're also just going to keep jumping in here and attacking these drones. But Zergling speed is on the way for ETPwnHome. It's a lot faster for him than Flood. So we'll see what he decides to do here, because it looks like Flood is just going to back up for the moment. If you guys are digging the cast, please feel free to give a follow or a subscribe. My sub goal today is only 5. Literally, 5, that's it. Yes, you heard that right, 5. Alright, 16 drones to 19 drones here. With a significant Zergling lead here for ETPwnHome. As soon as his Zergling speed finishes, he's going to be able to put on some pressure. He does have a lot of lings. So, if Flood comes out here to take a third base, ET's going to be able to put instant pressure on it. But I don't think he's getting into the main or natural. Nice wall from Flood. Alright, it looks like ET's going to put some pressure on this wall. Queens are going to try to target down these lings. Lings may actually take out this evolution chamber? Yes. Lots of lings running into their deaths here as the queens try to take them down. More lings coming up from behind from Flood, but they can't get around the queens. Very weird engagement here. More lings on the way for ET. Uh-oh. Gotta get those drones back to work. Alright. So, more lings on the way here for ET. He's gonna run in here and target these queens. Drones are being pulled. And ring around the rosy they go as the lings try to cause as much annoyance as they can before the drones get back to work. And it looks like the game is just continuing with just lings versus ling here. Alright, so the wall is being closed again, so that should end the ling harassment now from ETPwnHome. So I guess ETPwnHome is going to continue to take out this wall. He really wants to get through here. Meanwhile, Bailing Nest is coming up for Flood, which is literally in the wall, with only 2 queens here to defend. so many more lings coming out. 26 lings to 22 lings. Pretty even as far as ling count goes. But the baneling nest here is about to complete. Or not. As he gets through, ETPwnHome takes down all these lings. Unless some drones go down. But these banelings are going to be able to shoo away these lings. But the lings are going to get inside to take a look at what the tech is here for Flood. Nothing in the main base for him to see. Meanwhile, the slow ling move out here from Flood. His ling speed is about to complete though. But there is not a full wall off at the base of ETPwnHome. He literally completes it as I mention it. Which shouldn't allow Flood to get in. But the question is, does ETPwnHome have enough units here to stop this? Even with this full wall in, there's a lot of lings and banelings coming in. And the red just continues to stream across the map. Banelings are going to smash through the wall here. Yeah, this game is nuts, Espionage. Completely nuts. Lings coming in with banelings. Queens are going to kind of get tucked in here. Allow them to get a great service area here against the lings, but I honestly think this game may be actually over. There are so many lings. There are banelings morphing in the base of ETPwnHome. And there we go. Game number 3 goes to Flood. All right, so let me just make note of that so we can make sure we have the right score here, guys. So right now it's Flood 2-1 over ETPwnHome. Yeah, that game was nuts. It was just endless Zergling pressure the entire game. All right, and it looks like game number 4 is going to be on Jagannatha. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this game here momentarily. And then our next series is Holden versus Hunta. So please, if you have time, stick around for that. It is also a best of 5, and it is not a mirror match. It is a ZVP. Even though personally, I like ZVZ. Thank you guys for the follows. Espionage for the follow. Bucket Geared followed. Foregathers followed. Thank you. Hunta, you followed your own matches tonight, man. Thank you, everyone, for following. I really appreciate it. And I just want to check everything's still good with the stream. Any lag or anything? I haven't seen anything, but I always like to ask. It's great to hear. Thank you guys for tuning in, all 8 of you. All right, so I don't see any more reason to delay. Let's go ahead and finish up this first best of 5, shall we? Game 4 on Jagannatha. Let's go into it. All right, we are in, so let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Let's make sure to get this right for the scores. There we go. All right, in the bottom left, it's ETPwnHome from Psystorm Gaming. And then top right, playing for Risen from the Gosu, is Flood. So a very, very interesting first 3 games here in this ZVZ. Lots of aggressive Zergling attacks, 12 pools, you name it. We've seen it as far as aggression goes. I would like to see a longer macro game here from both these players. But as of the moment, there is not much going on. Both players are just droning. Some lings on the way. I mean, if it's anything like the last game, Flood's going to try to put on pressure here with these Lings. You know, ETPwnHome's going to have to figure out how he's going to defend it. But I did notice that both players are deciding not to take their naturals this game. Oh, and as soon as I say that, Flood does take his natural. So, Flood with the Lings, he's expanding behind it, and he's going to send these Lings out. But it does look like ETPwnHome's going to get a faster Zergling speed because of this choice to take his natural expansion later. So Flood, he does see these Lings with his Overlord. They are en route to Flood's base. And Flood here, he has Lings set up already to defend. I mean, if you would have told me this was game 3, I would say it's literally the same. I mean, this almost looks exactly the same as the last game. Lings are going to come up here. They're going to attack this natural. And Flood's going to try to defend. It's basically just keeps flip-flopping. It's like, I'm going to attack you with Lings at the beginning, and then the other one attacks the other one the next game. It's like they take turns. It's like, it's like two guys just continuing to punch each other in the face. Just like, I'm going to punch you in the face, and the next game, you're going to punch me in the face. So, Flood here is going to try to get these Lings and this Queen here to defend this natural expansion. It is taking a lot of damage. Ling speed is going to complete here for ETPwnHome, so he's going to be able to get out of there. More Zerglings on the way, and Banelings are coming in. So, nope, he's going to cancel them and run away. Try to get a little bit out of the vision there. Here we go. But is Flood ready? 11 Lings against 8 Lings and 5 Banelings. I think we all know what wins that fight. There is one spine here. It gets taken out and surprisingly takes out like 3 or 4 of the Banelings. Baneling gets targeted down from the Queen, and the Lings are going to surround here, taking out this natural. I don't think this natural is born for this world. It's gone. It's going to fall. Even if every Ling gets taken out here, trying to destroy it, and down it goes. So now we have a 1 base versus a 1 base Zerg, with more Lings coming in here from ETPwnHome. Just barely right. I feel like if he would have had 1 less Ling there, he probably wouldn't have gotten that expansion. More Lings on the way here for ETPwnHome. 14 Lings to 4 Lings. More Banelings being morphed in. And I think we're about to see the end of this game here. I think ETPwnHome's about to even it up. Nice Queen wall on the ramp. I mean, the one thing that's really hurting Flood right now is that his Zergling speed is so late. Roaches are about to finish. The Roach War, I'm sorry, is about to finish here for ETPwnHome, but I don't think the game's going to last that long. More Lings are coming up here. It's going to take out this Queen. Very strange game so far. I mean, I feel like I could just leave my camera there and you guys would see everything. I mean, all the action is right here in the natural expansion of Flood as the Banelings and the Lings continue to dance around each other. Nice hit there from Flood. He's going to take out a Baneling for a Ling. Does it again, this time for 2 Lings. But Lings are going to continue to come out. I mean, red is just continuing to flood across the map. The natural's going to get finished here again from Flood, but all this pressure from ETPwnHome. I just don't see how Flood's going to be able to hold this if ETPwnHome just continues to throw massive amounts of Lings at him. But Flood does have Banelings, so I mean, that is a plus. He is heavily under in the Ling count right now. But out come the Roaches. We're going to see what they get done here as Lings continue to duel in the middle of the map here. Does Flood have any Roaches yet? I don't think he does, no. No Roaches yet. He decided to just stick with Baneling, so no Roach Warren on the field for Flood. So it's going to be pretty much Roach versus Ling Bane. So this is going to be an interesting defense here, because I don't see anything that's going to be able to stop these Roaches. I mean, Banelings do decent, but you're really going to want Roaches against Roach? ETPwnHome is about to come in here. Oh, Of course, now with this massive amount of links that just popped, he's able to get on top of the roaches. And there you go. Flood gets the game win on game number 4. So it is 2 apiece for both players here at the NA Apprentice up and down matches. It's pretty exciting that we had to actually get to see that happen. Oh, I'm actually sorry. That's actually a mistake on my part. Flood actually won that with 3. I actually got the first. Yep, the series is over. Flood actually won that. My bad. I actually had it written down wrong on my paper. So, Flood didn't actually take that series. So, Flood does move on into Code S with Peely Peely and all the other great pros. And it looks like ET. He's down in Code A. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'll make sure I get that written down right next time. I just wrote it down wrong on my paper. But we do have Holden versus Hunta is game number 2. And I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick break if you guys don't mind. I just want to get some water. And then we can, we can get back into it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick break. Be right back.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Serve the Hive. I control the groove. Serve the Hive. I control the groove. Serve the Hive. I control the way you move. How you like my groove, Dagoth? Well done. Awaken, my
Thank you guys for tuning back in here. We got Holden versus Hunta next. Sorry, I had to talk to my wife there for a second, but we are going to get back into it now. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what game 1 is. Game 1 is going to be played on Romanticide. So Romanticide here for Holden versus Hunta, game number 1. Let's jump into it. Please feel free to follow or sub, even just a follow I appreciate. This is actually my first cast, official cast for Alpha X. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Alright. So, here we have, in the bottom right, it's Hunta. Now, I didn't see any teams listed for Hunta on Liquipedia, so if he did find a team, please let me know in chat. But up here in the top left, playing for Genesis Gaming, it's Holden. So it looks like we have a 1-gate expand here out of Holden. Good news, there is no 12 pool this game, so we will get a little bit later into the game now. ZVP being in a, not in quite as the same state as ZVZ at the moment. You might even say that it's tilting a little bit towards Protoss. Just a little. Which is a joke. So, as of the moment, nothing aggressive out of either player. Holden's just going to do a 1-gate expand, and Hunter's just going to take his expansion and build some lings. Nexus does go down for Holden. Cyberwar coming up. He's going to finish up that wall momentarily. Meanwhile, Hunta is basically just, putting down his natural expansion. He's droning up. He's got a spawning pool about to finish. And then we'll be able to see what path this game decides to diverge into. Sneaky Probe's going to get in here, be annoying, and try to prevent the drones there from mining. But, he steals the minerals and he's a little annoying, and then he gets out. 4 lings here are going to shoo away this probe. Meanwhile, we have an adept being chrono boosted over here at the natural expansion of Holden. Zerglings do get that probe. So Holden does know that the lings are on the way. Lings are going to move across the map here, and so is the adept. Will they meet in the center? It looks like the lings may take a different route, or they may just actually head back to the natural expansion. I have a feeling Hunta is probably aware that adepts are either on the way or they're going to be on the way here shortly. What is surprising, though, is Holden's deciding to follow this up with a Stalker and a Twilight Council, and he just threw down his Robo. So adept's going to get in here, shade, see what he could find. He doesn't let it complete. Zergling speed about 80% done here for Hunta. Third base going down. Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine drops for Holden. So it looks like we're going to see DT drops. Very interesting. I do like DT drops. It would be even cooler if it was done also with the DT Blink Shadow Stride. But at the moment, it looks like it's just going to be a 2-base DT attack with 3 more gateways coming up here. Lair is about halfway done for Hunta, along with the Roach Warren. No spores, though. So this is going to be an interesting attack here from Holden. Whether or not Hunta is going to be able to hold it, we're definitely going to need some spores. At minimum, we're going to need an Overseer here. so that he could stop this attack. Roach Warren is about to complete. And there it is, Big Daddy Dark Shrine. It's either going to make or break this game. If Holden can get some damage done with these DTs, it's going to put him in a good position. Whereas if he just throws these DTs away, it's not going to be good for Holden. DTs are going to come in here. Like I said, no spores are actually just about to complete. Takes down a queen. Lings are going to get on top of these Dark Templar, but nice pick up there from Holden. As he moves over to the third base, DT is chasing drones around in a circle around the hatchery. Overseer is going to come in here. He's going to shoot away this prism. With vision, I don't think these DTs are really going to do too much more. Besides making Hunta maybe pull his drones, maybe lose a drone here or there, but Lings and Roaches are going to come in here and shoot away these Dark Templars. Meanwhile, third base is going down for Holden. Behind the back of this attack, Immortals and Sentries. 48 probes to 57 drones. A heavy economic lead from Hunta. Usually you want to be more aggressive with your Warp Prism. Seems like Holden is deciding to keep his Prism at home for the moment. Meanwhile, Banelings and Hydras are the choice for Hunta in this occasion. Charge and Archons against Hydra Bane. It depends. If Hunta can get a good engagement and the Archons are not in the right place and he can pick them off with the Hydras, it could put Hunta in a great spot, actually. But as far as composition goes, Hydra not necessarily the greatest against Archon charge lot. I hope to see some lurkers here. We got Baneling speed here, about 25% done. +1 starting for Holden. So yeah, not much is really going on right now. They're both kind of posturing and trying to see what the other's doing here. Lings are going to come up here, and it looks like Hunta's going to go in for an attack here with all these Lings. He's going to try to take out this Immortal. These Archons are here. They're going to be able to shoot away these Lings, and man, those Archons did a lot of damage. Actually killed a lot of Lings. 4 Hydras on the map now for Hunta, but I do not see any lurkers in sight yet. Personally, I feel like lurkers are really good against Protoss, if you can get them out before Protoss has disruptors. But at the moment, just a Ling, Hydra, Ravager force here out of Hunta. Upgrades heavily in favor of Hunta at the moment as he comes in here to take down these rocks. 5 gateways about to finish here also for Holden with Colossus on the way. Infestation Pit coming down for Hunta. More Hydras being created here. Thermal Lance about to finish also for Holden, so I'm hoping that we get to see a large attack here, considering that Hunta is almost maxed out. So, as you can see, Hunta is quite ahead as far as, well, 20 supply or so in army. Only 7 workers ahead is Hunta. Very nice composition, though, from Holden. Colossus, Archon, lots of splash-heavy units to try to take out the Lings and the Banelings. Hydras are nice and squishy, too, so they take extra damage for Thermal Lance because they are light units. Forward, 5th expansion out of Hunta. And it looks like Holden here is going to move out onto the map. He needs to be careful not to move too far out on creep here. Ling does spot the move out. And here we go. Holden is moving out onto creep here with his Immortal Archon Colossus force here. Banelings are going to come in here, but they crash on the Archons. Nice hallucinated Archons there at the front to take out the damage, to take up some of that damage there from the Lings. Second Colossus comes in, he's going to shoo away the Lings. More Warp-ins are coming, and Holden is not stopping. He is going for the kill now. +2, about halfway done. Nice force field there. Is going to cause some of the Hydras and Lings to take some damage there from the Thermal Lance. I really like that Holden is using hallucinated Archons in this fight. Kind of just making it look like he's a little bit stronger at the moment, when truly all he has is really Zealot, 2 Archons, and 2 Immortals. And some Sentries. So Colossus here are going to be pretty much useless here. Wow, he's going to jump right on top of this. GG! Wow, that finished so fast. Hunta just jumped right on top of Holden. He moved out too far on creep, and he decapitated him. Just took him out right there. Hunta takes game number 1. So game number 1 does go to Hunta. Defending the Dark Shrine there, kind of making it look easy. Any one of us would have died on the ladder to that Dark Templar warp in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. All right, so game number 2. Let's see what the map's going to be. Game number 2 is going to be on 2,000 atmospheres. I just want to thank everybody for watching. There is one more day. It has been rescheduled to the 21st. Beowulf will be casting that. So just want to make sure if there's anyone who just newly tuned in, there is right there, over there somewhere. I have to look at my other monitor here, yeah. Yeah, so there is a graphic there. It says day 3 is on August, it looks like August 18th, but it's actually happening on August 21st. So yeah. Game number 2, 2,000 atmospheres. Let's jump in it. All right, here we go. This is a best of 5, and this is game number 2. Hunta is ahead 1. Sorry. There we go. In the bottom left, currently teamless, it's Hunta. And in the top right, our Blue Protoss friend. And he is, let's see, he is Genesis Gaming. Genesis Gaming. It's Holden. So once again, we got a 1-gate expand here out of Holden. Nothing too aggressive from either player. No one's dropping a 12 pull or doing a cannon rush or anything. Probe is going to come in here and check the timing on the spawning pool, but of course he did see the expansion. So he knows that there's not going to be any early cheese out of Hunta. So Holden's just going to come out here and take his expansion. Cybercore does drop down here for Holden. And Holden is deciding to go double gas. So we may see something cheeky again here out of Holden. I won't be surprised if we don't see another Warp Prism attack. Whether it be DTs or not, it's yet to be seen. Zergling speed is on the way here for Hunta. Holden's just going to keep this probe. He's going to watch for anything that moves between these bases or moves out from Hunta's base. He's going to shoo him away, and he's going to take his third. Stargate on the way for Holden. So, 90%, I think we're going to see an Oracle here. Most likely followed up by a Void Ray, or he may just decide to keep going Oracles. The Depth's going to come in here. He's probably going to shade, try to get into the main, see if he can spot some tech, maybe take out a drone or two. Lings are on top of it, though. Queen is in position. He cancels the shade. So, he's just going to keep this Adept over here to try to spot any oncoming attacks or for any tech switches, anything like that. So far, neither player has done any damage to the other one. They're both kind of just poking at each other right now. Here comes that Oracle. Zergling speed does complete now for Hunta, so he can get across the map and maybe take a look at what's going on here. Because at the moment, I don't think Hunta has seen the Stargate. No, he hasn't even been in the main base of Holden yet. Here we go. Oracle is moving out here across the map. As Holden gets ready back home with it, looks like he's putting in some batteries. He's building more depths. Roach Warren is coming down for Hunta, but this Oracle's going to get in here and do some damage. He's not going to see anything on that third, but he's going to get into the natural. Hopefully Queen is in position here. It is. I don't think much is going to get done here. Oracle may get one or two drones. Not even one drone. Okay. And that's it. However anticlimactic that may be, no drones fall to the Oracle here as it camps out in the corner of the map. Third base does go down for Holden. I guess he decides, well, I didn't do much damage there. I might as well expand. More depths being warped in here. Where are the roaches? There are no roaches on the map yet? Doesn't look like there's any roaches on the map yet here to deal with these Adepts. One Ling is going to go here and take out this probe and be annoying here at this third. But in come these Adepts here on the third base of Hunta. There are quite a few drones there. He's going to try to pull them away, but he loses two drones right there. Lings come around, wrap around on the Adepts, but the Adepts shade out of there. Drones are being sent back. Only two Adepts get in, and they are quickly taken out by Hunta. Well done there by Hunta. Only two drones really being lost there in that exchange. These Lings here are going to come on top of the third. There is a couple sentries and zealots here. Nice force field is going to keep the Lings from getting on top of those sentries, but they're going to come and wrap around here. Holden is going to recall. But this third is going down. Hunta is ahead, 57 workers to 51. And when this third goes down, he's going to be ahead in this game. Because Holden is now on 2 base versus a Zerg 3 base, and we all know if you're fighting a Zerg, you never want your Zerg to be ahead of you as far as bases go. Twilight is about halfway finished for Holden, so I wouldn't be surprised here to see another Dark Templar attack, or maybe he's just going to use it to get charge. But that's going to allow Hunta here, he's going to get his 4th base, and he's going to get it up pretty easily because it doesn't look like there's anything on the way, just a couple more gateways. Holden looks like he's probably just going to want to build up here, power up, and then attack again. Yep, exactly what I thought. He's going to go charge, and he's going to get what looks like Templar and Storm. Third base does go back down here for Holden. This time he does have an Immortal over there. But if Hunta decides to maybe Ling flood him, Immortal's not going to really do you a lot in that position. Looks like we got Baneling speed here. About 60% complete, 18 more Lings on the way. Templar Shrine just finished up for Holden, so if Holden could get Storm out before Hunta comes in with an attack, I think that may put Holden in a good position if he can get his third base up. But of course, Hunta is taking his fourth, and he is heavily... Well, no, actually, they're even now on workers. I was expecting to look down there and see quite a large lead for Hunta as far as drones versus probes go. Game is starting to normalize here. Oracle's going to try to come back in here to the fourth base, but he's not going to see any drones there. But he does see the timing on the fourth there. He's going to come in here. He's going to see the macro hatch. He's going to fly out of there. Lings and Banes being morphed over here right next to the fourth location of Holden. I would love to see some drop lords here. That would be really cool considering Holden really doesn't have much here to defend it. There's no cannons or anything really to stop any overlords from flying in there and laying waste to Holden's tech. Hunta is choosing to hide the Lings and Banes for now as he comes up here into on the side here to take out these Zealots. Lots of stuff here for Holden. Lots of Archons, Immortals, Zealots, everything you can think of over here. He's got Storm about to complete. +1 is really behind. But Hunta's just going to pull back for now. Still choosing to leave his Bane and Zerglings over here. Most likely just waiting for a fourth here from Holden. He's going to take out these Zealots. I'm sorry, fifth from Holden. Considering his fourth just went down. Very large Baneling attack incoming here from Hunta. So, upgrade showing that Hunta does have a +1 lead as far as melee goes. 22 Banelings rolling in. Or rolling not in. As they head back here, take out these Zealots. Holden with the counterattacks, keeping Hunta on his side of the map here. But Hunta's eventually, he's going to come in here and lay waste to Holden. 195 supply to 132. 116 army supply to 65. And we still have these Lings and Banelings kind of sitting over here waiting for an opportunity to pounce on some Protoss. +1 is going to finish up here for Holden. There's just Banelings everywhere. There's a massive amount of Zerg coming out here, and Holden there's no way he's going to be able to hold this. He may have a nice wall here, but that's why Hunta has got this over here. So that he could do a double-pronged attack. He's turning every one of his Lings into Banelings. This is insane. How many Banelings? 37 Banelings. 37. Hunta's going to take out these rocks. Now the question is can Holden defend this with an upgrade advantage? Oh, well, maybe not. It's now actually +1/+1, so they are even on upgrades. As this fight comes in, the Banelings, they're hitting the Archons. A nice storm goes down, but it kind of hits his own Archons as the Banelings roll in here and take down this shield battery in this pylon. Stasis Ward is going to allow these Lings and Ravagers to come out of it and attack this fourth, and GG. Hunta up 2-0 in this series. So, yeah, there you have it. Hunta up 2-0 in a best-of-5 in the NA Apprentice up and down matches. And it looks like Game 3 is going to be on Jagannatha. No break. We're just going to hop into it. I believe in minimal breaks. Personally, I don't really care for commercials or breaks when I'm watching TV. So why have a break with StarCraft? I mean, I just want to watch more StarCraft. So, game number 3. Hunta up 2-0 on Jagannatha. No reason to delay. Let's get in. And Hunta is up 2-0. All right. So here in the top right, we have our red Zerg. Currently teamless, up 2-0 in this best of 5. It's Hunta. And then the bottom bottom left, our blue Protoss playing for Psystorm. I'm sorry. Holden is playing for Genesis Gaming. My bad. It's Holden. So, Holden definitely needs your guys' energy right now. So, put up your hands for the Spirit Bomb. Give Holden the energy he needs to tank Hunta down and to get back into the series. Right now, Hunta is going for a 1-gate expansion. And it looks like Hunta just went hatch first. So, basically as macro-oriented as you can get here in this third game of this best of 5. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to see Adepts again, or maybe he'll decide to open up Zealots. I know that he was sending a couple Zealots there at the beginning of I believe it was game 1. He may decide to switch it up here in game 3. Yeah, so far, Hunta hasn't really had a lot of problems taking down Holden right now. But I would really like to see Holden come back in this game. He is getting double gas again. So we'll likely see some tech here out of Holden momentarily as soon as the Cyber Core finishes up. Meanwhile, Hunta's, he's doing the Zerg thing. He's building spawning pool, he's building his hatchery, he's building drones. I mean, what else can you want? Some queens? Yeah, we'll build some queens. But right now, Holden really needs to get into the right mindset here, because if he loses this game, he's out of the NA up and down, falling to Code A, where Hunta would then go to Code S. So we're seeing Adepts here, again, out of Holden. Choosing to leave him in the wall, though. There are more Adepts on the way, so momentarily the Adepts will be on the other side of the map, trying to get some work done on this Zerg. Hunta, meanwhile, is getting Ling Speed, and Holden is deciding to go once again for the Stargate, so there will be another Oracle. Last time the Oracle didn't too much damage on maybe 1 or 2 drones at the beginning. Really, he used it for scouting. So he would go around and check the 4th, check how many drones are on the 4th. But I'm hoping that he can get some drone kills here. He really needs it. He needs to get back into this game. 3rd goes down here for Hunta. It's about halfway done. Oracle about to pop. Holden slightly ahead on workers, 32-28. Zergling Speed finishes up here for Hunta, so it'll allow him to get across the map and take a look at what's going on. He'll also be able to defend Adepts more easy. So it's really up to this Oracle. It's going to determine the flow of this game. If Holden can get a couple drone kills, that would be great for him. Last time he was shoot away from the queens. Hunta had perfect queen placement. He knew the Oracle was coming in and knew exactly where to put his queens so that Holden could do minimal damage. 3rd base is going down behind this, though. So Holden's going to try to get some worker kills here. Queen is going to immediately target the Oracle. But the Oracle's just going to fly into the corner over here. Nothing much really getting done with the Oracle. Oracle kind of flying around there. A second Oracle about to pop. So we will see what Holden decides to do. It's 2 Oracles may be better than 1 here for Holden. Roach Warren does finish up here for Hunta, with the lair being started. Robo, Twilight, almost looks like the exact same build as last game. Or, I'm sorry, it must have been, yeah, it was last game that he did the Robo with the Twilight Council with the Archons, yes. So, 3rd base is going to get done here for Holden, and they're going to be on equal 3 base versus 3 base here. 10 drones are coming up for Hunta. He's not in any trouble right now. He doesn't need to worry about a timing attack or anything right now. So he's going to continue to safely drone up. The only thing he really needs to worry about now are these 2 oracles as they come and fly into this third base here. There is a spore, I believe. Is there a spore? Yep, there is a spore right there under the Overlord. To shoo away these 2 oracles. Not much getting done. Charge is going to be started up here along with Immortals, but usually these oracles, you want them to do a little bit more damage. +1 started here for Holden. And here we go again. We're getting the Hydra Roach versus, looks like, Chargelet, Archon, Immortal, Sentry. Maybe we'll see Colossus this game. Not sure. Maybe Holden will decide to do a Disruptor. Maybe that'll work better against the composition that the Hunta is using. But Hunta's going to get Hydraless speed. And Holden's just going to continue to build gateways here. One lone Ling ponders his existence. Is his existence just to die? To a zealot? Lurkers are on the way here for Hunta. This is exactly what I wanted to see, actually, from Hunta. I really like when Zerg play with Lurkers. Big Brood War fan. Big fan of the old school Lurker. Was really happy to see they introduced it back in Legacy of the Void. Hunta's going to come in here with this Overseer. Is going to take a look. What are you doing? He's going to see the Templar Shrine. He's going to see everything he needs. He's going to see the gateways. And he's going to send in a couple of Zerglings here to this third to kind of, he's going to check where the army is right now for Holden. Holden's kind of, he's positioned here between the natural and the third base. He doesn't want anything to get in, any Straylings to get into any one of his mineral lines. Meanwhile, Hunta is on 4 bases, and he's just continuing to macro up. 73 drones to 68 probes, so not too far ahead as far as workers go. He is getting Banelings, which is interesting, because he's going to go Baneling Lurker, which is very interesting. Storm on the way here for Holden. Warp Prism does finish. One Oracle does go down. $157 supply to 136. 71 army supply to 62. Upgrades look like they're pretty even. 1-1. A piece. 4 bases to 4 base. 5 now for Hunta. Storm about halfway done with +2 following in tow. Looks like there's going to be a Baneling drop over here on the left side. While Hunta gets in position here in the middle. It looks like maybe Hunta's going to do a drop and simultaneously attack the 4th base. There is a stasis trap there, so... Oh, that's a good stasis trap. Meanwhile, in comes the drop. There is a Stalker there. And it looks like he's going to warp in a couple Zealots. So we'll see what this gets done. There may be some probes get lost here. Oh, huge hit. Huge hit. 5 workers go down there for Holden. Meanwhile, Hunta is over here. He's posturing. There are no more stasis traps here, but he doesn't want to run up there with the Zealot and the Archon and the nice little wall there, considering Storm is complete. Warp Prism. He's going to warp in quite a few Zealots here. He's going to send them in here to the main base of Hunta. He's going to take down this... He's going to take down the Spinecrawler, and he's going to immediately target the Queen and start getting some drones here. But the Lings are going to come in here. Should be able to shoo this away. Getting on top of the Zealots. Not really much going down there for Hunta. I mean, they are about even when it comes to how many workers they've lost. But that attack just didn't look as it should have went. At least the way Holden was hoping that it would have went. Hunta is going to put some creep poop over here on the 5th base of Holden, preventing him from taking another expansion. Also making sure that he's aware when Holden decides to expand there. Carriers are about to complete here for Holden, along with +1 air weapons, and looks like +3 Protoss ground weapons have also been started. But in comes Hunta with the Hydra, Lurker, Baneling squad. He's going to come in here on this 4th base. There are carriers and Storm and Archons here to fight this. A cannon is being used here for protection. There is also an observer. Don't storm your own observer there. Banelings are going to come in. They're going to hit Archons. Nice storm there from Holden. This doesn't look like it's going very well for Holden at the moment. Lurkers are taking down all of the ground forces here for Holden. There is really nothing here, though, to combat these carriers, though. Only a few Hydras remain. Meanwhile, over here on the 5th base of Hunta, we have a Zealot Warp in, taking out lots of drones. 11 drones now going down in total, 12 now, while they continue to battle out here in the middle with carriers and Ling and Hydra. Four carriers on the map for Holden, as Zealots continue to get warped in over here at the 5th of Hunta. Hunta definitely needs to figure out what he's going to do to take down these carriers. Yeah, he can continue to keep building Hydralisks, but with Storm and Charge and Archons, it's going to be really hard to get on top of the carriers. The Lurkers may be able to help, but he really needs to get them in an advantageous position here. There is a stasis trap here, so if Zerglings do decide to come in, once again, there will be another great stasis trap from Holden. Quite a lot of Lings there being held. Meanwhile, Lings are going to come in here over here at Holden's 4th base, taking out quite a few probes. There is a battery there and then some carriers. I don't really think much is going to get destroyed here, because the carriers are there. Holden has readied the fleet, and he has brought Holden's carriers in to take out these Hydralisks. 6 bases down for Hunta. Meanwhile, Holden can't even take his 5th because there is a Overlord pooping on it. 12 Corruptors here about to pop here for Hunta. So it looks like we got 13 Corruptors total against 8 carriers, which is, in my opinion, it's not where you want to be as a Zerg player. Definitely would want to get some Vipers there for the carriers. Maybe a few Yoinks. But at the moment, they're both kind of just posturing, waiting for the other one to maybe overextend, throw away too many units, attacking a base. Hunta's going to move out here with these Lings. Nothing here to defend this. Holden is moving all of his carriers over here to defend this, but I don't think that this is meant to live. It falls, and Hunta's going to get his Lings out of dodge. And the carriers are just, they're going to go back to what they were doing. And Hunta gets out of there scot-free. So well done there from Hunta. Getting the Lings in there, taking down that base, getting out, not really taking any damage. Nine Banelings here for Hunta. Lots of Corruptors and Ling and Hydra. Holden continues to expand over here on the left side of the map. Does Hunta know about that expansion yet? Yeah, he knows it's there. Hunta is going to jump on top of this and take this out. Meanwhile, the Carrier and Archon Storm Force is going to come in here. Corruptors are going to top of the Carriers. One Void Ray does come in. I don't think that's going to be enough, though. Those Corruptors are all falling. Just completely melted. Lings are going to get in here on top of these Archons and Zealots, but there's just not really much here to take out this air fleet from Holden. Holden's +2 air weapons are also about to finish, so once that happens, interceptors are going to be pretty much invincible against this force that Hunta has. Meanwhile, there's a sneaky warp prism over here trying to get some more damage done. But Holden's going to come over here to the left side, and he's going to take down this base. Maybe simultaneously warping something in with the warp prism? No, not yet. He looks like he's just going to maybe take it out and back up. Not want to stay too long on creep. You know, Hunta could build 20 Corruptors and just destroy it and then decide to switch back to a ground army. Holden just being careful at the moment. Hunta's going to come in here with these Lings again. But Holden's ready for it. He comes in, he takes out all these Lings. He may get the shield battery. No. Lings also come in here on the fourth base, but they don't really do much. 2 more carriers on the way for Holden. And now we're beginning to see the Sky Toss take shape. Will Hunta be able to, you know, get what he needs to defend this? I really don't think he is. He's continuing to build Corruptors. But not really that many on the map right now. Only 9. 7 more about to pop, but 16 Corruptors is still really not enough for this many carriers and board race with, especially now that he's getting his +3 air weapons. But there is going to be a fight over here on the left side of the map as the carriers swing around. Still this warp prism on the right side, not really doing much, just kind of, you know, keeping Hunta honest. He may just go in there and warp in a couple zealots if Hunta's out of position with his army. He could lose valuable tech, possibly, or even his hive. Zealot counterattack coming in here, but Hunta takes it out. Does lose quite a few drones here. There's still some zealots here. They're still killing stuff. It's just been an all-out brawl. 30 workers pretty much lost for both players. While Holden continues to get his air fleet up, and Hunta continues to try to defend and not lose too much here. How many Hydras do we have? 19 Hydras. That's just not enough to take out this air fleet. Does he have any Corruptors? He has 21 Corruptors with 8 more on the way. He may be able to put up a bigger fight here now that he has a higher number of Corruptors. But right now, Holden, he's sitting pretty. I mean, he has a couple bases here that are almost mined out. But the Corruptors are going to come in here. Nice storms from Holden. He's going to get those Corruptors off of his air army, and he's just going to continue to keep building carriers. 3 carriers at a time now. He's also building Templars, and his +3 air weapons are about to complete. Holden's been very good with his stasis traps all game. He's caught quite a few Lings. He's going to continue using them here strategically. Try to keep Hunta from jumping on top of his workers, or maybe his army if he's moving between the bases. But more and more Corruptors are getting onto the field now. 25. With lots of Hydra to back them up. Stalker going to finally come in here and take out this pesky Overlord. But Hunta, I think he's getting ready to attack here. I think he's going to pounce on 2 bases at once. He's going to attack the 5th and the 4th simultaneously here. Corruptors are going to come here. Stasis traps do get set off. Amazing storms from Holden, taking out so many Corruptors. So many Corruptors going down. GG. Holden wins game number 3. So game number 3 does go to Holden. That makes it 2-1 in Hunta's favor. Game number 4 is going to be on Oxide. So let's see. Hop into it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please follow if you dig the content or if you just like StarCraft. The Apprentice will always be grateful for everyone who tunes in and keeps following these players. Please feel free to follow Holden, Hunta, Flood, and ETPwnHome on their socials. Make sure that you follow their progress here in this tournament. But let's go ahead and get into Game 4 on Oxide. All right, here we go. All right, in the top right, we have our red Zerg. It's Hunta. And in the bottom left, our blue Protoss playing for Genesis Gaming. It's Holden. So, game number 4 here, in this best of 5 in the up and downs. If Hunta takes this game, he will move up into Code S. So Holden, he's definitely gonna, he's gonna want to play a little bit safe. Which is what we see. We see a 1-gate expand here out of Holden. Nothing too sneaky, no cannon rush or any proxy gateways or anything like that. Hunta did go for the hatch first. Pretty much looks exactly like the last game. Nothing too crazy out of either player yet. Do hoping that we do get a game 5. Would like Holden to bring it back here. Cybercore going down for Holden. It looks exactly the same as the last game. Pretty much same exact build order here out of Holden as the last game. Probe gonna get in here, see the timing on the spawning pool. Be a little annoying here. Try to steal some minerals from the Zerg. Two queens on the way for Hunta. With the natural expansion from Holden. About 60% of the way. Zergling speed on the way for Hunta. Double gas from Holden. What is he going to do? Stargate again. So he puts down the Stargate. Guarantee you we're going to see an Oracle out of it. Whether or not he goes 2 Oracles like last game, we'll have to see. He may just decide to go 1 Oracle. He hasn't been really having too much luck with his Oracles as far as killing workers goes. But as far as stasis traps, he's been doing amazing with his stasis traps. Zerglings are here. They get on top of this Adept. Adept's going to attack them. Cause him to run away. While simultaneously he's going to send this Shade over into the natural expansion. He's going to see what he can find. Hi, Queen. He may get 1 drone here for his troubles. Into the main, the Adepts go. Only 1 worker falling so far. So excellent defense there from Hunta. Zergling speed about to complete here for Hunta. Oracle on the way for Holden. Will he get anything done with it this time, though? Roach Warren coming down for Hunta. So, Roaches. He didn't go Roaches last game. He decided to stay on the Ling Bane Hydra composition. Didn't really utilize Roaches too much in this series. Like to see Hunta put more damage here across the map with these Roaches, considering Holden is literally just going for an Oracle and he has nothing else. He doesn't even have a cannon at his natural expansion. So Lings are going to come in here on the 3rd, but they're shoot away here from the Oracle. Oracle's going to come here, but it is out of energy. Good though, because the Oracle can't go across the map here and kill drones if it has no energy here. So Hunta's going to keep droning up. He's going to put spores into every mineral line. And he's sitting good. 43 probes to 45 drones. pretty even as far as economies go. 3 base to 3 base. Well, at least here momentarily it will be 3 base to 3 base. Hunta is ahead economically at the moment. But that may change here when this Oracle flies in. If it can get any damage done, Queen's going to immediately start attacking it. And no, nothing done. He's just going to use it for scouting here. Go in here and peek into the natural. He's going to see the lings. He's going to see the drones, how many drones are on the third base there. And then he's going to get out. Robo about to finish up here for Holden. So I'm thinking DT drops again because he's also going for his Twilight Council. But he may just decide to go for charge again. 53 probes to 60 drones. Alright, so Holden's going to send this Oracle. Well, I thought he was going to send it into the main. He's going to send a double Oracle here. He's going to try to see if he can spot anything. Put down maybe a sneaky stasis trap. He's going to come around here to the third base. He's going to get vision on it, and he's just going to fly out. Meanwhile, Hunta is taking 4 bases. Hunta is taking his 4th base, and he's going Spire, which is exactly what I wanted to see from him this whole series. I love when Zergs go Mutalisk. Mutalisks are a very iconic unit. And it's really good here because at the moment, there's nothing in the natural or the main for Holden. Holden can always start his Phoenixes here, but he's only got 1 Stargate. Depends on how many Mutalisks we see here from Hunta. Oracles continue to come around here and be annoying. Lots of red starting to spew onto the map here from Hunta. He's got to tank down these rocks. Holden's just going to take a 4th base. Holden's like, okay, you're going for your 4th base. I'll go for mine. So he puts down his 4th. And meanwhile, these lings are going to come in here on the 3rd. But there is a nice wall of gateways there, not allowing Hunta to get in and take out some workers. Archon's in position as well. Stasis traps being put all over the map at the moment. Try to catch some lings and roaches as they move out to attack Holden. Once again, another really good stasis trap out of Holden. It's going to put these lings on the back foot. Hunta's going to just move out. Get out of there. Meanwhile, these lings are probably going to get shredded here from Holden. Ling's putting some pressure here, again, on the 3rd base. They're going to get these warped-in zealots here, and it's Immortal. Meanwhile, a zealot counterattack over here in Hunta's natural expansion. Hunta's just going to back up. He's actually going to come all the way back for these zealots. Yep. He's sending his units back. He's going to take out these zealots. 5 workers did go down. These Oracles have just been out this entire game. Holden with the stasis traps that are really friggin' awesome, always catching lots of lings. Right now, it's 71 probes against 66 drones. And Holden needs to do something here. Hunta's got all of these Mutalisks, and there's not a single Phoenix on the map. Storm is not done. And in comes Hunta with these Mutalisks. He's going to come into the main. There is 1 Phoenix here. Immediately, workers start going down. Phoenix is targeted. Workers going down. He's going to target the Stargate here. This may be game if he could take down this Stargate here. Lots of probes going down. 13 probes total have gone down so far. Hunta continues to target all these workers over here. Shield Battery is charging up the probes here, but there's not much really to attack. Holden is desperately trying to get Phoenix out, but these Mutalisks are doing so much damage. Meanwhile, a counterattack here from Holden. He's like, well, if you're going to send mutas into my base, I'm just going to counterattack. So he sends all of these workers... I'm sorry. He's going to send his army up into the main base of Hunta. All the roaches going down. Archons, though, kind of blocking here, kind of derping the units here for a second, not allowing the units to get in and do the maximum damage that they can do. But meanwhile, here, all these mutants are going to come over here and take out all these workers. I mean, Holden, at this point, his economy has been completely annihilated. He has 22 workers. Hunta's not far behind. He only has 33. Spire's going to get targeted down here, and it looks like we have a base race on our hands. Hunta deciding what he wants to do here with these Mutalisks. Mew's got to get on top of the Stalkers here, causing Holden to do a recall here of his entire army. Hunta's just going to back away with the Mutas, continue to take down probes, take out tech. Meanwhile, Holden is trying to send Zealots in here, but there are so many spines. So many spines. So as you can see here, Holden, he's just lost so much more than Hunta in this game. Mutalisks are coming down, are taking out all the pylons, forcing the gateways to be unpowered. Holden's not going to be able to warp in anything here in a moment. And he's deciding to expand up here on the left side, but I really don't think that's going to last much longer. As soon as those Mutalisks fly off into the sunset, they're going to see that expansion over there on the left. Down goes the Nexus. Meanwhile, more Zealots are coming in here, but just look at the spines. So many spines. Mutalisks are pretty much just attacking each Nexus, getting rid of that economy for Holden. Both are on even workers right now, but at the moment, Holden doesn't have an answer for these Mutalisks. I mean, yeah, he has a couple Archons, but these Archons really aren't mobile. And these Mutalisks can always fly away from the Archons. 2 more Stargates are coming up for Holden, but I kind of think it's a desperation attempt here. As these Mutas target down this Nexus. And then at a moment here, Holden's not even going to have any Nexuses to speak of. Because these Lings are going to come in here and take out these probes. And they're going to target down this Nexus, forcing Holden into a position where he has 0 economy now. And Mutas are just taking out everything. Another Spire is getting started up by Hunta. I guess he thinks that if maybe Holden can get a couple Stargates up and take out some Mutalisks, maybe that can get him back into the game, but I really don't think so. Hunta's going to come back up here with his Lings. Meanwhile, he's pretty much destroying everything with these Mutalisks. 1 base remaining here for Holden, as Hunta continues to shark around on the map here with these Lings. "25 Mutalisks left, 44 Lings on the map here for Hunta. Pretty much everything is under attack. And I personally think Hunta's in a completely winnable situation here. I don't think Holden's going to be able to win this game. He can continue to pump out these Phoenixes, but Hunta's just going to keep expanding. He did take another expansion over here on the left side. So as long as Hunta continues to expand behind this, he should be fine. 2 Phoenixes is not going to change the outcome of this game. The damage has already been done. Lings and Mutants are going to come in here and most likely pounce at the same time, but there's just so much here from Holden. Holden is supply blocked though, so nothing coming out of them Stargates yet. 4 Phoenixes. Yep, 4 Phoenixes total here for Holden. But it's really these Mutants that are really controlling the pace of this game here. 5 Lurkers are being morphed in, along with some, looks like some safety spores, just in case maybe DTs, or he decides to fly them Phoenixes into the mineral lines of Hunta. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you just now tuned in, this is the NA up and down matches, day 2. And you're looking at Hunta versus Holden, with the winner of this match going up into Code S, and the loser falling down to Code A. We're pretty much just watching these Mutalisks here because it's pretty much just going to determine how this game is going to end. If these Mutas get caught out, which I don't think they are, it's game over for Hunta. But I personally think Holden's pretty much turtled as much as he can at this point. So I don't really think he's going to be moving out on the map very far here. He does have a couple of hallucinated Archons here with these Archon Zealot Immortal. He's going to try to do a cheeky little attack here on the expansion here of Hunta. The Mutas are here, but they can't directly engage it. So good job there by Holden, forcing Hunta into a position where he either has to engage the army with the Mutalisks or he's going to have to counterattack. Meanwhile, these Lings are going to come in here. They're going to see if they can get these pylons, maybe a couple probes. There's a shield battery, though. So many Mutalisks. 11 Phoenixes to 25 Mutalisks. This is a crazy game. Lings are coming in here. They're still getting workers. Look at how many workers have been lost this game. 91. So quite a crazy game here out of Hunta and Holden. Holden's going to come here with the Phoenixes, but damn, that's a lot of Spine Crawlers. We also have a bunch of Lurkers here, but there isn't really much on the ground from Holden. At least attacking at this point. He continues to lead most of his ground army at his only mining base, but it looks like that may change here momentarily as Holden is moving out on the map. It looks like he's ready to do an attack here. So many Spines and Lurkers, I don't think Holden's getting through there. Here we go. Holden is coming in with the attack. Hydra and Lurker with Spines here. Nice pick up there on the Lurkers, but the Mutas are going to come in here. There's just way too many Mutas. I mean, yeah, he'll lose a bunch of Mutas here to these Archons, but then everything will go down here from Holden, cementing Hunta into Code S, winning with a 3-1 over Holden. He is now a Code S player in NA Apprentice. He is done with the up and down matches. And Holden, he falls down into Code A. So there you have it. 2 best of 5s here today in the NA up and down matches. Flood and Hunta move on into Code A. I'm sorry, Code S. And Holden and ET fall down into Code A. So I hope you guys enjoyed the cast from today. I am Morvox. If you haven't already, find me on my Twitter. It's there on the screen, Morvox. I am going to be doing some more casting here soon, so I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Morvox signing out. Hope you guys have a good evening and a good weekend.